Hello all, Scott here and welcome to Let's Play Stage 9. This is a Star Trek fan game that was dedicated to building the Starship Enterprise, a very nostalgic series from when I was quite young. That was sort of my first steps into the Star Trek universe. Now, I've recently found out that they have been served a cease and desist order, so the developers of the game have had to completely shut down production of their current project, which I found incredibly sad. So I'm going to go straight into the copy I have got here, the version 10 release, just to show you guys where they got to with the development. Now, there has been a lot of news articles recently about the game. Quite a large outcry from the fans saying that CBS has basically overstepped, that they're basically crushing fans of their own franchise, which I kind of agree with. So when you first go into the game, you are greeted by Chief O'Brien, looking very bored there, waiting for people to beam on. I've actually recently been reading a comic called Chief O'Brien at Work, which I found slightly hilarious. It's basically a very depressed Chief O'Brien. But I might link that in the description because it's good for a good laugh. Now, as I was saying, this game is basically nostalgia for me, a nostalgia trip, because Star Trek The Next Generation was the my first steps into the Star Trek universe. It was the first kind of space-esque thing that I watched, and it's kind of stuck with me. And I ended up following Voyager, Deep Space Nine, and what have you. And it felt incredibly sad when something that someone spent a lot of time on basically gets burnt to the ground, as it were. Now, the developers haven't stopped production completely. They are having to just figure out what they're going to do, and CBS has been silent on the matter. So without further ado, let's just go into the turbo lift that lets us go all the way around the ship. Let's go into, I don't want the viewing area. I think first things first, let's go to the bridge, the most iconic part of the actual ship itself. Now, I've seen a lot of YouTube videos on this recently, so you guys probably know more than me about the game itself. Oh god. Now, it is in very early development, or it was in very early development, until the shutdown. They were due to release version 11. Which would have fixed a few things, would have added more content, and they were even working possibly towards a multiplayer, which would have been awesome. But sadly, not to be, at least for the moment. Now, I'm trying to remember how to get into here. I think it's let's look at the controls, because I've completely forgotten now. And I absolutely love the music. They made the music themselves. Oh, it's enter. Or the left mouse button. Do I need to press the actual thing? Come on. Now, as I said, the game is quite buggy. Ah, there we go. That was the F key. So, you can drive the entire Starship Enterprise, which I find just amazing. Look, I can literally fly the Starship around. Now, this is amazing, if I'm honest. It's just sort of a massive nostalgia for me. I just, you know, when you never expect, it's beautiful. The game is absolutely beautiful, which is why I hope in the future they're able to continue production. Now, let's have a look. Oh god. So, you can choose to warp to various places. If I can do warp drive, there we go. And warp now. So the scene that's coming up is basically a scene that hangs in my memory as well. It's basically going to be the first encounter with the Borg. where they almost beat the living crap out of the Enterprise. Now, I apologise if I am speaking extremely fast, either because I am just nostalging, as you would expect, because I have played this game a number of times, but I'm always finding new things to do. Oh, here we go.
Tactical alert. Vessel approaching, bearing 184, Mark 7.
Now, recently I've also been playing. Oh, here we go.
Lower your shields and surrender your vessel. We will add your biological and technological distinctiveness to our own. Your culture will adapt to service us. Resistance is futile.
Oh, really? Well, that's not in humanity's way, is it? I'm just gonna roll over for you.
Inertial damping field is unstable. Shield overloaded. Forward shield has failed.
And we're not even returning fire. Fantastic. Alright, let's turn tail and run. Now, I would have fully expected the Borg to basically try and stop you from escaping using their tractor beam, but it's just, it wouldn't really make sense to just blow you up when you first warp there in the game, I guess so. I keep just pausing just for thought, just because I absolutely love the game. It's like, for what it is, it's just a massive nostalgia thing. I've been playing Sins of a Solar Empire Armada 3, which is a total conversion mod for the Star Trek series. It basically replaces every single ship with a Star Trek ship, including the Enterprise D and the Enterprise E. I guess we can warp to Deep Space Nine, I don't see why not. There we go, Deep Space Nine. The central hub, as it were. And straight through the repair dock, as it were. Let's break more than what's being fixed. I find it very odd that there's no Worf on deck. There's a generic guy, but the developers went through great pain just to not use things that they were actually used in the production of it. They made their own music, they've made their own textures. None of this has been stolen. Sure, they've referenced it, but none of it has been kind of taken, as it were. And the size of this model is just amazing. And there's the Defiant there. The first kind of proper battle cruise, as it were. Well, first ship that had proper armour. Designed to take a beating. So now that we're here, I'm going to take a trip out in a shuttle. Just to give you a tour around it. So let's go on to Shuttle Bay 1. When I can find it. Where are you? Oops. The mouse is a little bit. Is it? The mouse is a little bit. There we go. Main shuttle bay. I swear I can't read sometimes. Let's go to the bow of Shuttle Bay 1, if it decides to do so. Oh god. Lag. Oh. God. Yeah, there is quite a bit of lag now and again. Because... as it loads. Now, the favourite bug of this game seems to be you get stuck in the turbo lift. Wow. I don't think this was meant to happen, do you? Nope. Nope. Not at all. Video. Game. Let's not fall out of the Enterprise, that's not very healthy. There we go. Like I said, it's early development. God, freezing. Apparently I'm getting a whole 9 frames a second. Wow, wonder why. It's not even maxing out anything. Let's have a look. Oh, it's because I'm streaming and playing the game at the same time. It uses a lot of CPU. There we go, back up again. Because obviously it has to stream and load and what have you. I'll take the smaller shuttle. You can take the massive shuttle, but you can't really see out of it and the controls are a bit screwy. God. All the lag. Note to self, I think I might need a slightly better processor. Or maybe if the game gets some more development, it will be able to run a little better. But that remains to be seen, sadly. And look, you can see your uniform, which is rare in quite a lot of games. There we go, I was stuck. Come on! Move! There we go. It almost brings a tear to your eye, honestly. Just to see how big the ship is. And see Deep Space Nine below it. A complete nostalgia trip. And I apologise for the lag. I do. It might, I don't know if it spoils it or anything, but it's the best I can do. It is a Unity game. And my computer is showing its age. I've had the same processor for about 5 years. And it's, yeah, shows its age. Let's see if we can get a front on view. There we go. Bit like the intro. Well, at least the intro of Deep Space Nine. Oh god, the lag. It has calmed down a little bit though, which is good. Now, I have flown into this before. You can actually go into here. I don't know what purpose it would serve, but you can, if you really want to do so. I guess it's the game world that was forgotten. You can just literally go into it. I don't think that would be too healthy. Oh god. I froze for a second. Now this is a sad thing. Yes, I'm experiencing like freezes, lockups, because I'm recording. And because obviously it's flogging the living crap out of my processor. But it's completely forgivable for what it is. It's a huge ship, early development game. But I just hope the people at CBS see sense and allow the game to continue. Because from what I can gather, CBS haven't even like really contacted the developers after the shutdown. They haven't like tried to reason with them or anything like that. I'm gonna get out of this shuttle bay because it is causing immense lag. Not for me. It looks fine for me. It's just the video. It just looks a bit janky. Oh god, and I froze again. Now I can't remember how to get out, and there's no map. Oh, here we go. That was easy. I'm looking for the battle bridge, which also has Picard's quarters. There we go, battle bridge and Picard's quarters. When it loads, it's basically an interactive loading screen, is what I would say the turbo lift is. I'm going to stay perfectly still because I don't want to fly out again. There we go. Many a battle has been fought here on the battle bridge. If I could not just fly around the room, thank you. Now there is... There we go. This is something that is amazing for the game. That they've completely recreated from scratch. The separation of the saucer. Whoops! There's my shuttle somehow. Decided to go for a walk. Now, if I remember correctly, the Enterprise didn't fare very well last time the saucer section detached. It ended up very broken. And that's basically it for the saucer detach. Now, maybe in future releases you couldn't go to the bridge when the saucer is detached, but you can. It's just the way it is at the moment. So, I didn't want to make this too long, but there's one more thing that I want to do. If I go to main engineering, just more or less a very quick rundown, as it were, to entice you, because there's plenty more for you to do. But there's a bit of a thing that's funny now. Anyone's seen main engineering, you can just wander around it. But something I discovered completely by accident, and people probably already know. Oh god, what have I done?
Warning. Warp core breach in 30 seconds.
Oh shit.
Warning. Warp core breach in 20 seconds. Warning. Warp core breach in 10 seconds. Warning. Warp core breach in 5 seconds.
Rest in pepperoni.
Warp core breach imminent.
And dead. I found that completely by accident when I was just playing the game. I managed to, yeah, cause myself to die. So, as I said, I hope that the developers are able to continue with the game. It's got great potential. I apologise for the lag myself. I hope to be able to play it a bit more in the future, maybe if it gets the update it so rightfully deserves when I can get my words out. I just hope that CBS sees sense. I know that yes, it's their property, but the amount of effort that's gone into this, like, it's literally like you've just stepped straight onto the set. You just see people kind of milling around and doing their day-to-day jobs, and despite the bugs, it's a very well put together game. Even the guys there said that they were impressed at the level of detail that's gone into it. Well, if you're impressed with the level of detail, why take it down? Is all I can say. If you guys want to see some more, let me know. I'll probably muck about on the holodeck and stuff like that, and give it a good. I might even stream it at some point, depending on how my processor goes. But I'll leave it here, and I'll put a link to the petition that there is for the actual game itself, and I will also put, if one becomes available, put a link to the game itself, completely legally, of course. I'm not sure how well I would get away putting any kind of third-party link on there, but I'll well, hopefully do videos like this in the future. Bye bye.